Last year, Dr. Umar Johnson had a very controversial interview on Houston's 93.7 The Beat. And of course, a part of that interview had a lot to deal with black men and their dating choices. And when we say dating choices, let's be specific. Dating outside of the African American community, or in other words, outside of the African diaspora. Now, with that being said, this particular sound bite that you're going to hear deals, in my opinion, only with those black men of affluence. Those black men are doing very well, who are also taking the opportunity to marry outside of Black America or the Black diaspora. And this is what Dr. Umar Johnson had to say.
You're not allowed to marry white women until the Loving versus Virginia United States Supreme Court case in the 60s.
Yeah.
You could not marry them. So since that case was overturned, 67, 68, right around there,
Yeah.
black men have married out their race more than all other men in America put together. Are you going to tell me it's a pure coincidence that the black man is absolutely in love
Yeah.
with marrying his oppressor's daughter, and that doesn't have anything to do with the psychological residuals of slavery?
I'm gonna give it to you on the flip side.
Go ahead.
Do you think it's a lot of the black man saying, I gotta go have that white woman? Or some of these white women out here looking at, that's a god right there. I want that.
It's threefold.
Okay.
Number one, it's about a black man being an economic stimulus package to the white woman.
Okay.
Most black men
Yeah.
marry down in class when they marry these white women.
Okay.
You can't find a rich white woman who ever married a broke-ass black man.
Boy.
Show me one rich white woman who has ever married a broke-ass black man.
Ain't
So this ain't about love. This is about agenda.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, the black man wants the white woman to provide him with a degree of psychological validation. Only a low self-esteem having ass Negro would marry a white female in the first place, because you feel that if I can get the white man's woman, then maybe that makes me feel a little bit more equal to the
Like
white
a
man.
white man.
And then thirdly, you're absolutely right. We're the gods. We are the first man.
Yeah.
So naturally, white women are going to be attracted to us because we are the original man. Everyone is attracted to melanin.
There you go.
It is liquid gold.
Boy.
But you have to love your liquid gold enough to say that y'all have misogynized us enough. Y'all have blended us and crossbred us enough. And I'm not going to continue to perpetuate that evil. This melanin is going to go into another melanin. We trying to make black blacker, not black whiter.
So with that being said, Brother Elvin sent me this story about Allison Hammond. Now, Allison Hammond is in her late 40s. She is very popular on British television in the British entertainment industry. And, well, you know, she's a sister that's doing very well in the industry. I believe she lives in Birmingham, the UK. However, she is getting married to a man by the name of Ben. And how do we know who Ben is? Well, the father, Colin Hawkins, put it out there that, hey, my son Ben Hawkins is gonna get married to Allison Hammond. Now, let me just say this. I don't really care that Ben is, you know, white or anything like that. It's up to whoever wants to be, right? But the reality is this: Ben Hawkins is not on the same level of Allison Hammond. Ben Hawkins is her gardener. That is right, her gardener. And then do you know what's happening right now in the Black UK as far as sisters there? They're congratulating her. Oh, sis, you deserve to be loved. Just the same way a lot of sisters were congratulating Erykah Badu dealing with J-Ron Atkinson, just like they do with Lonnie Love dealing with Mr. James Welsh, who was a contractor, or who is a contractor. All of that. People are commenting saying congrats. But now, I want to look at Dr. Umar Johnson. What white man, and I'm talking about someone in her position, situation, and we know what I mean by situation, right? What white man is coming in, with her, however she is right now, coming in saying, you know what, I'm a rich white man, I want to marry you. I think we know the answer, Dr. Umar Johnson. The answer is 0. And that is exactly why she's dating a gardener. But doesn't that say something about her? I mean, she's not a bad looking lady at all. But are we going to say, well, you know what? The black men in the UK don't want to date me. Well, she's marrying somebody white. There are plenty of successful white men in the UK, and she's in the industry where, hey, you're meeting a lot of white men all the time that got money. No one knows what the situation is. Can't get to those guys. So you're secretly marrying this gardener. Now, what are the dynamics going to be between her and this gardener? Well, I want to go ahead and let you remember what this whole situation is with Rihanna right now. Let's look at the Rihanna Vogue cover again, if we can. All right. That cover with her leading A$AP Rocky. Now, A$AP Rocky is also rich. He's just not as rich as who? As Rihanna. So Allison Hammond, it appears, is going to be, leading the gardener. It has to be that dynamic. Because why? He was already under her. Okay? He was her employee. So he came up in dealing with her. They were dating in secret for 2 years, meaning that she didn't even want to claim the guy publicly. Now, what does that mean? Now, most women, if you're affluent, they want somebody to know, hey, my man is such and such. But when a woman doesn't want to claim you and the dad has to come out and bring it out, she's ashamed of you. Bruh. Why is she ashamed of you? Because she feels like you are not on her level. But I have noticed something. When sisters are dating either younger men, when the roles can be reversed, or white men, the white men ain't got to be on their level. The white man just got to be white. That's all he got to be. The white man just needs to be white. And as long as he's white, that's all that matters. But now if the black man goes out there and dates a woman who don't make as much money as him, and let's just be clear, most successful rich men date women that make less than them, even if it's in their own community. They might be in the same class, but less money than them. Even Bill Gates, when he got married, the woman made less money. Jeff Bezos, the same story. But, if you want to talk about rich black men marrying white women, that means, she has to be already rich. But now if we talk about the same thing, rich black women marrying rich white men, we don't see a lot of that either. What do we see? We see a lot of successful black women marrying down. And the guys that they are marrying down, we could easily confer or allege, because we don't know the truth, all of it, that these are guys that they can control. That's what's called husband sons. If the guys get out of line, they'll get put out the house. They don't have anything to go to. Because why? The other men that were available to them, or at least at one particular point, they couldn't get to those men. It wasn't possible. Those men had too many options, and those women didn't want to be competitive enough to get those guys. But Umar is going to always ignore black women marrying white men. Even Maya Angelou, one of the greats. Everybody ignores that. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.